Good morning, buenos dias. I am Brett May, and today I'm in the beautiful Bays of Huatulco, also known as Bays de Huatulco. I'm gonna slow that down for you one more time, Huatulco. So it's a little bit tough for most of us to relate to when we first see the name written and then say it, but it's easy. You'll get the hang of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Huatulco. So the reason I'm here today is I want to talk to you a little bit about how Aaron and I got here. When I look back at it, it's been 10 plus years, and it really seems like it was not an accident how we came to be living and doing business here in Huatulco, Oaxaca, Mexico. So years ago, Aaron and I were high school sweethearts, and we traveled to Mexico right out of high school. We love Mexico after our first trip, so we made a pact to keep traveling to other destinations. We explored beach towns across the East Coast, Mayan Riviera, Cancun, all down the West Coast and beyond. We pretty much traveled everywhere in Mexico. And as chance, after 15 years, we took a trip to Huatulco, and it changed our lives forever. It changed our lives for the better. Now, why, you may ask? Well, there's a handful of key factors that separate Huatulco apart from other sun destinations. Number one, check out behind me. It's absolutely gorgeous. I fell in love with the rugged beauty, the contrast of the lush green mountains coming down and then hitting the blue waters of the Pacific, and you have all these beautiful sandy bays. It's simply breathtaking, and every bay is unique, which makes it an amazing place to explore. The climate is unbelievable. For those of us who are looking to escape winter and get down somewhere hotter, you can have guaranteed hot and sunny weather here in Huatulco. We have 340 days of sun. It literally does not rain the entire winter. It's a low-risk hurricane zone, and it's extremely consistent. We're only 15 degrees latitude above the equator, which makes it consistently hot and sunny year-round. We do get a little bit of rain in the summer, but we welcome it after 6 months or so of just nothing but sunshine. Summer then does become a pretty hip surf area here in Huatulco. Something very unique to Huatulco is that it does have a low density master plan. I won't get into all the details, but Faunatur, an arm of the federal government, has master planned this area, and they designed it so the whole area is 2/3 green spaces, national park. They also put restrictions on many of the developers. They can only build 3 to 4 stories high on most development lots, and they have to have more green spaces on their development lots. So that is extremely unique and I think extremely refreshing. Low density tourism. It also increases the demand for both vacation rentals and for property in general. Next, something we realized after only a couple days of walking around exploring, everybody goes through this, wow, Huatulco is extremely clean. So as I did more research, I realized it's a sustainable area. This whole area is EarthCheck Platinum certified. Amazing. It had won a Green Globe Award, a very prestigious environmental award. It was the first place in the Americas to receive that, and third in the world at its time. Other great things, you'll notice the big thing I guess that hit me was you cannot dump raw sewage into the ocean, or they don't, and they also treat it and reuse it to water areas such as the golf course and other green spaces. So extremely refreshing to see that in Mexico or anywhere in the world. Now, I should just say those two factors, the low density master plan and the sustainable commitment, are what I believe will contribute to Huatulco being the most expensive real estate in Mexico at some point. Next, once you come here, you'll feel this too. The vibe is amazing. Even though Huatulco was designed with a low density and a master plan, it's held on to an authentic Mexican vibe. And that's why most people come here. It's not full of big box stores. You're not gonna see McDonald's and Burger King on every corner down here, or a corner. We hope it stays like that. We find it very refreshing, the authentic Mexico vibe. The locals are cool, they're welcoming, they're sincere, they want you here, and there's a very nice mix of foreigners, whether Europeans, Canadians, Americans, and the locals, all living in harmony here. Which brings me to another point. It's extremely safe. Oaxaca State and Huatulco are considered one of the safest states and areas in all of Mexico. And I'll tell you, we have the Marines, we have the Navy, we have the Navy in Bahia, Santa Cruz. We also have a new military base, so it's going to stay safe for a long time. The federal government has invested billions of dollars here, and they want to make sure it stays that way for people like us who want to come here, enjoy, live, and invest. Lastly, combine all of these great factors and there's still low oceanfront real estate prices when you compare them to places like Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, Cancun. It is a steal to get involved in vacation properties, whether it's homes, condos, lots, lands. The prices are unbelievable compared to other areas, which makes it the right time to invest here in the Bays de Huatulco. The other thing that attracted me to come here was the investment side of things. I noticed there was world-class infrastructure being installed all over the area. Before I came, they already had 2 marinas, a golf course. There was already in works a plan to expand the airport. That airport has now been expanded. They lengthened the runway. Now Huatulco can receive jumbo jets direct from Europe. Flights have increased since I got started. When I first came down, we only had 7 flights a week out of Canada. Now we roughly have between 20 and 25 flights direct from Canada in winter to Huatulco. Flights have also increased from the US. There's a direct flight out of Chicago. There's a direct flight out of Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a direct flight basically from South California, which is Tijuana, Mexico, direct here into Huatulco. So with the airport expansion, they created more ways to receive people coming in, more restaurants, more areas to pick people up with buses and vans. So they're planning for the increased demand, and we're getting it with more flights. Not just foreign flights, also domestic flights. We've seen flights start up from Monterrey, Querétaro, Guadalajara, more flights from Mexico City, Oaxaca City. They're even talking about flights from Merida. So there's an incredible demand coming, whether you're a foreign investor or a local domestic investor. Now, besides the airport, there's also a new super highway in the works. Now, I'm going to be first to admit this highway has not happened as fast as we've all hoped, but the good news is it is still happening. This highway will connect the state capital, Oaxaca City. Right now, it's about a 6.5 to 7 hour drive from Huatulco to Oaxaca City. You can fly there in about 40 minutes. So it's kind of like traveling from Calgary out to Kelowna or something. Very windy, mountainous roads. The superhighway is going to cut it down from Oaxaca City to the coast in about 2.5 hours, and then about another hour or so to Huatulco. So drastically decreasing travel times, which is going to increase real estate values. We already have, foreigners investing. We have local wealthy Mexicans investing because they see what's happening down here. They're speculating and buying in. The next huge investment announcement is where I'm standing right now. Right to the left of me is Marina Chahue. So I'm actually in Bahia Chahue or Playa Chahue. When you see it, it looks like Chahue. It said Chahue. And this marina has 2 large pieces of development land on each side of it. The governor of Oaxaca has announced a major development plan, and it's going to be built around a Congress Center. So I've had a very, very sneak peek at this. Basically, there's going to be lots of beautiful local commercial spaces on the bottom, businesses, restaurants, ice cream shops, tour companies, kids walking around with balloons licking ice cream. Basically, they'll develop all that, and then boutique hotels and condos all around it. So this is a major thing for Huatulco. This is what should be, I believe, to be the sophisticated center of Huatulco. Huatulco is a small community and it's just starting to grow up, and this will be a big part of forming its identity as this marina plan. So we're extremely excited about that. Before I get into more about Chahue, I'm just gonna say Huatulco and Oaxaca are also aligned politically at this moment in time. The governor of Oaxaca is doing amazing things for this state right now, and he has an amazing relationship with the current president. Since the president has taken office, he's been to Oaxaca State and Huatulco more times than he's been to any other state in Mexico. There is an initiative right now to create more economic development in the south of Mexico, and especially Oaxaca. The governor's been coming here for such the president's been coming here with the governor for such announcements as the Marina Chahue, checking in on the completion of the highway, keeping us updated. The highway is expected to be completed in March of 2022. Now, I am looking at this and I think they're gonna need a little more time, but the point is they are right there. They've almost completed the super highway, cutting down travel times, which is gonna help boost tourism and increase real estate values. The president and the governor being friends is definitely a great thing, and we're loving seeing what they're doing here. Now, specifically here in where I'm standing now is Bahia Chahue, Playa Chahue. To the left of me is Marina Chahue, where I already mentioned they're gonna do a major development plan, Congress Center. Behind me is some of the development land, and then we have Playa Chahue. Now, Playa Chahue, I already mentioned we're in Earth Check Platinum area. It's also a blue flag certified beach, which is the Clean Beach Award. Very rare for Mexico. This is actually one of our now 2 certified beaches. Tangalunda is also certified. So in this area, we have some amazing land behind me on the far side of the beach. It's actually second row and down into the hillside. Now, why I feel this land is so special is because in our low density master plan, it is one of the highest density lots available. It's 6,094 square meters. It is rated so you can actually build 120 hotel rooms or 51 condos. The height restriction on this is 4 stories, so it does have the full 4-story restriction. I will say, due to the number of levels is 4 stories, but due to the height restriction being 20 meters, I'm sure we can apply and be accepted to get 5 stories out of it. So what I see on this lot, beautiful condos. You can build a rooftop pool and restaurant that is open to the public. Commercial spaces on the bottom, 52 condos. 3rd, 4th, 5th floor and rooftop will all have ocean views, but even more importantly, it has access to all of Chahue. Chahue itself is filled with little restaurants, boutique hotels, the marina, of course, beach clubs, gyms, beautiful parkways. So as I see foreigners retiring here, a lot of them have the fantasy that they do not want to own a car, so they want to be able to walk to everywhere. And that's why this lot is so amazing. You can consider this downtown Huatulco in basically the village of Chahue. From the lot, you can easily walk to the beach. You can either access it quickly through a hotel or one of the beach clubs, or you can walk roughly a minute down a beautiful parkway, has a very European feel, and access the public access to the beach. So I see this lot as a home run. It's flat, it's straightforward. I'm sure we will sell it out in 2 years or less, and it definitely is a great investment here in the Bays of Huatulco. I look forward to any of your questions. I am Brett May. Adios.